Thank you, Leader. It is great to be here with many of my old House colleagues and a lot of new faces, too. That's very exciting. I want to say how proud I am of what emerged today in terms of the omnibus bill. We heard a whole lot of build the wall for the last couple of years, and this bill doesn't do that. Why are we all here? We're all immigrants. My father came here in the 1930s from Nazi Germany. We all in this country, if you're not Native American, are immigrants, some of us closer to that history and some of us further away. And when I visit communities, oftentimes of mixed immigration status, like I did just a couple of weeks ago when we were home for the spring break, what I hear today that is very different than what I heard a year ago or 2 years ago is an incredible amount of community fear. I hear stories about women who won't call the police when there's spousal abuse. I hear stories about families who are afraid to send their kids to school and kids who are afraid that when they come home from school, one of their parents won't be there. I think we're better than that. I think as a country, we've had enough of people dividing us. It's time to move on to how we unite this country again. Time and again, whether it was my father's generation, whether it was the people 150 years ago or the people who have immigrated most recently, immigrants have revitalized this country in a way that has given us a history that is unlike any other country in the world. We need to embrace that. And I think we need, something that Leader Pelosi said about the tone of this debate. As someone who represents border communities, it is time to reclaim a narrative about what the American border with Mexico is really all about. It is time to tell the stories of the communities. These are not communities of chaos and crime. They are communities of quality. They are communities that, in many cases, from one side of that border to the other, you start at San Diego and Tucson and Las Cruces, New Mexico and El Paso, oftentimes not only have so much vibrancy, but have lower crime rates than much of the country. But that is not the narrative we hear come out of the White House. It's not the narrative that we hear come out of the radios in too many places across this nation today. We need to reclaim that and to hold up the power for the future of our country that immigrants represent.